Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our third live hour today here at Highlight Crafts Live Shop. And we are having an absolute stonking busy day today. You have been shopping with us right from, of course, 8 a.m. this morning. We've had brand new in every single hour. And we've also now got for you additional brand new items to take you through your last live hour here today on your Saturday weekend show. It has been a fabulous day so far. We've got lovely Andrew commenting and, of course, producing our show through in our ears. We also have Sam on cameras as well. We've got the lovely Mel in the wings as well, just getting ready for lots of bits and bobs to share with you. Some fabulous demonstrations coming up for you. But massive thank you for all of you joining us. If you have just hopped on this morning and you're going to join us for the last live hour today, don't worry, you've not missed out. You can still go back and watch the previous hours after this one, okay? But just to let you know, shopping with us is really simple and really, really easy. All you have to do is type the codes that we share with you into the comments. So we are streaming live on Facebook and on Instagram. So when we share a code with you, that will be applicable to one of our products. And to get it to your front door, all you need to do is type it into the comments and it adds it to your basket. So type into the comments shop MDF. What that will do is automatically add it to your basket. You will receive a direct message, okay, within your inbox. And then as soon as the show commences or comes to an end, or if something's fully allocated, we suggest to do this as soon as possible. Go straight to those messages, click on the link. It'll take you to the Highlight Crafts website. Now, when you get there, just make sure to log into your Highlight Crafts account first. If you've not got one, it's free. It's easy to sign up for. It takes less than a minute to do so. And it gets you additional discounts on every purchase. It also gets you free postage when you spend over £35. You get latest updates, exclusive offers. You want to be part of the club, okay? And also, sometimes you get to know about a product launching before anybody else does. Who wouldn't want to be part of that, right? So check out your order. Whilst you're on the website as well, you'll also find that we are streaming there live too. I know a lot of you, of course, don't do social media. So, of course, if you're joining us on the website, you still get to enjoy the entirety of the experience. There's nothing to miss out on. We're going to be here for you live on that platform as well. And maybe you're sat in your living room and you're watching us on your telly on YouTube. You can do that, of course, alongside shopping with us on those other platforms. So thank you for joining us. We're going to take you now through, of course, a back in stock.
Hi.
For what is this, a third time, Mel?
Time.
Honestly,
Third
oh my
time back
goodness.
in stock. I know, it's
Wow.
flown out every single time, and I love
them.
And I'm going to let you into a little secret. Yesterday, Andrew was like, "Please don't launch it tonight because we need something for the show tomorrow."
It just disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah. So what I've wanted to do for a long, long time. I mean, we've brought you three-dimensional projects through Cutting Craftorium and then Digital Craftorium for quite a long time now. But what I wanted to do was do some in MDF with matching SVG files, because for me, MDF is a brilliant, brilliant product because it's sturdy, and grey board takes more work because you've got to build those layers up with each piece, which is great. And I've loved working with grey board. It's very difficult to get a good quality grey board at the moment. So we decided to take some of the pieces like this desk tidy here and do them out of MDF with the matching SVG files for the outside of the project. So for the outside of the drawers, you can do the sides of the drawers, the back of the drawers, but it won't be the inside bit. And the reason for that is because there's slots in it, so they slot together. I am going to show you how you can make that work when you build one up, and you can work out what size of rectangles or whatever it is that you need. But everything that you need for the outside of these boxes. Desk tidy, you also get these two of these bits and bobs box. David's going to show you one of these with rice paper.
I am.
I'm going to show you printing the rice paper designs but on paper. Ooh. And using those. And because you've got a scanner in your scan and cut, you can scan it in and position it exactly where you want it to be.
Nice.
And then you will also, so you get the desk tidy, the two bits and bobs box, and then my favourite, which is this little wardrobe. We've also got the metal findings on. Now, this isn't all stuck together because I wanted it to be modular. You can stick yours together if you want. But even down, look,
Imagine all your
to the
jewellery
little
inside
metal
here.
fixings inside there. Isn't that just wonderful? I love it. I think it's super exciting that we've got SVG files with MDF. It's fine on rectangles and squares, etc. When you come to something like this and you've got to start sanding it back, you end up sanding the MDF, and then it doesn't look pristine anymore. So to get all three of them with the SVG files, for all of them, for the outsides, and 3 bottles of this wood glue, so 1.5 litres of this wood glue is Shop MDF, $59.99.
Oh my goodness,
Right.
everybody. We're literally over a quarter of the stock is now in allocation. You're getting all
Flipping
three of
heck.
these kits. 3 bottles of these glues, okay? So wood glue is designed, of course, for your MDF and all of your wood surfaces. So not just within this bundle, you're going to get 3 bottles of this, okay? So 1.5 litres. This is a 500ml bottle. It's huge. You're going to get 2, of course, of the bits and bobs boxes. You're going to get 1 of your wardrobes and, of course, 1 of your desk tidies sent to you just like this, flat packed. But, of course, you're also going to get that SVG file as a download as well, for you to then cut all of the template elements to quite literally cover and decorate your entire project.
Absolutely. Now, if you don't want to do them with papers, fine. You can do them with whatever you want them to do with. Paint them, absolutely. But what I also did was took one set and wrote out what all the pieces are. And then our Andrew, we got him to photograph them, but Andrew being Andrew, bless him, actually made a PDF download out of this. So he typed all the words out, in case you can't read my handwriting, and typed everything out. So there's a downloadable PDF. So when you get your flat back MDF, you will know exactly what piece is what.
Right.
Because that would have been a nightmare.
Yes.
Giving you all, sending all this lot out, you're getting a load of MDF like that and going, right, what bit's what? Because that's what I got. And I was like, okay, we can't do this. We need to do this differently. So you get all your MDF pieces, your desk tidy, 2 of the bits and bobs, and the wardrobe with the drawers underneath and the plinths that go in between, plus 3 bottles of your wood glue and your PDF, downloadable PDF to show you each piece. They will only go together one way. Okay, it's not. It's like a jigsaw. It's literally, it only works one way, and it's quite honestly super easy. Wardrobe back goes on top of the wardrobe base.
Yes.
Wardrobe top goes on top. Doors go in. It's that easy. Okay, but you've got this PDF just to let you know which part is which, because that's really important.
Oh my goodness. Also something that's very important as well is to let you know that now half of the stock of this bundle is now in allocation. I know, right, Mel? It's going to most likely disappear. We are only 5 minutes into our 3rd and final hour here today. And that tells me and the rest of us that most definitely towards the end of our show, we're going to have nothing left of this bundle. It is its 3rd release, okay? We've brought it back for its 3rd and final, well, we're going to say final potentially.
For now.
For now.
We've got more in production. We've got some different ones in production, but I wanted to bring this back for now so that everybody that missed out on it first time, because we literally went to where last time we won.
I remember.
We didn't even take the second lot to it. We didn't even take the second one to show because it sold out on the website. We didn't launch it early on the website, and still we haven't got enough stock. But we will be bringing back, and there's some fabulous ones coming as well.
I'm so excited.
But I love the fact that. You get the SVG files, and it's somebody that I've asked different companies across the years to do, and they're like, no, because then somebody might pinch our designs. Well, you know what? You don't need to do that, do you? Because all you need to do is cut them out of your papers. Yes, the MDF's all pre-cut. This is how it comes to you. Can you imagine? We just send you a load of MDF. Just come and have a look at this, Sam. So this is how it will come to you, flat packed like this. You will get that PDF that shows you exactly which pieces are which. So this is your decorative header. That's the sides for the decorative header. Wardrobe doors. You've then got your wardrobe base, your drawer fronts, your drawer backs. It's all written out for you on that PDF, which is downloadable for free from our website, Wardrobe Back. The download for the SVG files will also be part of this. So we'll physically send you out the MDF. Now, the great thing is, the SVG files, again, and the PDF are downloadable now. So once you've checked out, you can download those files and cut all your papers out, ready for when your MDF arrives. That's amazing, right? So this weekend, you can be printing off your papers, getting your ice papers out, playing around. This is going to be absolutely fabulous.
Everybody, there is one left. Okay, it's now fully allocated. The MDF kit, including, of course, your 4 pieces of furniture, your 3 giant pots of glue, and your SVG files, and, of course, your downloadable content for your PDFs, is now fully allocated. Okay, we've got messages as well coming through as well saying I've already checked out. You know what to do, okay? But don't worry, we have a spin the wheel.
Oh, well, that's all right. We've no MDF left, but we can do a spin the wheel.
For those of you asking, yes, just type the word, sorry?
Are you serious, Andrew?
So just type the word elephant into, I have no idea why, okay? Please don't ask.
What was that drink that you just had, Andrew?
Just type the word elephant into the comments for a spin the win. Of course, why else wouldn't
He's on
it
the
be
gin
that?
already, isn't he?
I think he is. Well,
He
starting
is.
early.
He's
Well,
on the
actually, a
gin.
bit late if you ask me. So we're going to spin the elephant.
It's a Saturday. Oh, well, that's all right then.
Spin the elephant.
If you wanted to varnish this afterwards, your Aquastone would be really good, wouldn't it?
It would, but also, Mel, it's just sold out.
Oh.
Aquastone Varnish Bundle has now gone. We can see you're building your own kits.
I need you to do something for us all, please.
Please don't say
Not
backflip.
right now.
All right, okay.
Pole dance. That was me on Wednesday,
Actually, I'll
apparently.
give it a go.
Can you pester to get the big bottle of this?
I'm working
Because
on
I
it.
saw them on the Cadence videos that they've been putting out with Arvira.
You can get one
and
this
I'm like,
size.
yes, you can.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm working on it. We're
We're
just
on
trying to
it.
get a good price for you.
Yes,
okay?
absolutely.
But yeah, we are working on it. We have just had a huge shipment of Cadence just come in. There's lots on there to look forward to. Of course, including a brand new launch on Monday. So in 48 hours time, quite literally, we're going to be launching an all brand new glass paint from Cadence. It's on Monday. Dora Glass, then second release, all brand new colours. So just putting that out there.
I'll be
of
able
course,
to watch you.
You'll be able to watch.
I'll be able to
watch
comment.
it and shop.
And comment. Yes, I will.
You'll be on the right side of the bar this
Yes!
time.
Yes, David, at last. I'll be in the right place at the right time. Amazing.
This is what it's just meant to be, isn't it? Fran says she's seen the big bottle as well. I know a lot of you have been spying on the Cadence social pages. Please do keep track of them. There's lots to share.
They're amazing.
You might even see some sneaky peeks before we do, because we're getting even brand new candle paint coming in as well soon in opaque colours.
Right.
Okay, so.
Gesso. Right, I have a question then.
Okay.
I know we've no MDF left, but if you were doing rice papers on MDF, would you gesso it first?
Absolutely, I would. I would
Why?
always go in, and there's a really strong reason as to why. If you were to grab me a piece of that rice paper, like the rose one on the top.
What did I do? What did I do? Did I go in with the varnish first?
You went in with some matte varnish, didn't
I did.
you?
Right,
Yeah.
so top tip. If you're going to paint your MDF, because MDF is cut on a laser and it's burnt through with a laser, it can leave, I mean, they're cleaned, don't get me wrong, there's no soot all over them, but when you start to add something with moisture in it, like a paint, you'll find that it almost, and this is a horrible analogy, but it's the best one I've got, it almost looks a bit nicotine stained.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it can pull some of that colour.
Right, okay, I get you.
So if you use just a matte varnish as a thin layer, use your cut and use foam, matte layer, a very thin layer of matte varnish first, that seals it. And then that stops that yellow coming through.
It does.
Because I found when I painted the wardrobe first time, I used just the hybrid acrylic and it went a bit yellowy. And I was like, second time, I was like, right, now I need to find something to just stop that. So that would be my top tip if you're going to paint it. But yes, I would absolutely say, oh, how beautiful is that?
I mean, we're going to be showing with these all brand new rice papers coming up for you in a few minutes' time. But if you were to hold your rice papers over a bright white surface, you'll get all of the colour coming through, okay?
Yes.
So you get really strong striking colour. And as you see there with that colour design, with something like that, if you were then to take a deep dark colour underneath, watch what happens, okay? You see all of the colour slowly, the saturation goes all the way down. Look at that, okay? So if you're going to put your rice papers onto a much lighter surface, you're going to get a stronger result. So gesso is fundamental and so important in the process, of course, with this.
Even that. I mean, it's not too bad,
No.
but by the time you've put your glue on,
It makes it translucent.
it does. Yeah,
It does. So it really does
absolutely.
rely on the undertone surface. Now you're going to get 2 pots of gesso in here. You're going to get the black and you're also going to get the white. Now 150 mil in each one, equated to 300 mil of gesso, okay? This one here for you is shop gesso. The bundle price for you is just $11.99. I use the black a lot, of course, with all of my metallic paints, but the white is fundamental for your rice paper process, and I'm going to share that with you, of course, later on throughout the show.
Right, I'm going to do something really naughty now.
Oh.
Because I'm leaving the building for a week after this.
Right, okay, she said it. You
These
heard it here first.
are amazing. Look at this lot. And you're not getting one, you're getting both.
Look at this.
Look
this
at
here
this.
for you. Oh
All
my
of this
goodness.
lot.
Look at the screws.
Shop metal. How much?
Oh my my gosh. Well, I would
These
be
are really
paying,
expensive.
Well, okay, just to put this into perspective, when I used to do all of my model making, okay, there was a little hobbyist shop round the corner from me, and I used to go with my pocket money, and I'd get a pack of 6 hinges, and it'd be $5.99, okay, and they would actually be smaller than this. They were the ones for this size, okay. I'd get 6 for $5.99. They were brass, and I was happy to pay that at the time because that's what I thought they could be. What is it for all of this?
For all of them.
Go on.
I tried to keep them separate so we could put them back in the bags.
Oh.
We've got to share them now. Shop metal, $19.99.
Wow.
Now, there's a thing about these, because they're in pairs. There's not many left. Surprise, surprise. These are those, but I've coloured them with Cadence.
Oh my word, they look beautiful.
Right,
so you've got your metallics on here.
Yeah, put the metallics on there. These work in pairs, look. So you've got the little latches that go through, so those two are a pair. All of that lot, you're saving $12.99. Like this, look, $12.99. That one. Aren't they brilliant?
These are
tremendous. And if you don't like the colour, change it with your Cadence. This is the one, look. So pull it to one side, that drops over there, and they go there. $12.99 saving, shop metal, $19.99. These are from Creative. They are beautiful, and they also have this detail on them. So if you've got your finger waxes, you can pick up that detail with the finger wax. It's absolutely a fabulous deal. Metal Findings, they've been the bane of my life because I find them, and they were really, really, really expensive. And everyone kept saying, "Oh, where do you get your findings from?" And I was like,
I can tell you,
but it's going to cost you a lot of money. And then we found these, $19.99, $12.99 saving. Even if you don't use the little screws, put the hinges on. If you remember when we did the superior storage and we did the steampunk box that all opened out and the drawers came out, we might do that as MDF at one point. Stephanie went, "It'll be very expensive." I went, "No, but it'll be spectacular."
It will be incredible.
I actually put the hinges on, and I will put them on with something like a solvent-based glue. So maybe super glue, something like that, or if you can still get it, the all stick from Pinflare. I think it's been discontinued. Oh, it's something to do with laws and rules and solvent. I don't know. The world's gone mad. But anyway, Shop Metal is going to get you all of those for $19.99. That is the deal of this show.
I just love all the screws.
I know, aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
But we might just put them on canvases.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And gesso over them and use them like that if you want to.
All those little embellishments, set them into resin.
Yes.
How cool would they look?
Jane. I wonder if Jane's still in. These would be great in resin.
Wow, okay.
I just said to Jane this morning, Jane is Diane's sister, and she's come to work with us here. She's building shows, and she's in this morning. She's addicted to resin at the moment, isn't she?
Is.
She loves it. And I just went to her, "Jane," she went, "What?" I went, "Just Google Zuri." She went, "What do you mean?" I said, "Just Google Zuri." Oh, you should have seen her face. She wandered out, went right, wanted to some work. She was like, "Wow, oh no, oh."
She says she's not a crafter.
No, she is now.
She's a crafter.
Can't work here and not be a crafter, can you? Right, let's talk about Magic next. One of my other favourite products from Cadence, because it's just, who knew you would ever get a glue that meant that you can put rice paper on a plate through a dishwasher?
It's a little bit crazy, right?
A little bit crazy. Sorry, oh yeah, elephant. Don't forget to type elephant.
Oh yeah, type elephant.
I feel like it was just randomly.
Elephant.
Elephant.
This is your Cadence Magic Bond and Seal Kit. I'm going to show you a little bit with this later on throughout the show. Inside here, you're getting your Magic Bond and Seal mat, your gloss, your dishwasher safe, your fabric glue, also your antiquing glue. Now that means that you've got all 5 adhesives to do all 5 different jobs, for furniture upcycling, for paper craft and card making, and of course for your construction board and all of your MDF projects as well. As well inside here, great for glassware and ceramics. This dries and cures on slick surfaces, and then it's dishwasher safe and food safe. You also have a fabric decoupage medium too, so all the rice papers we're going to share with you, you can put through the washing machine at 30 degrees on fabric. And your antiquing one has a yellow inside this as well, which gives you that wonderful heirloom, antiqued, very authentic look and feel to create that patina and almost gathered years of aging and distress with an instant effect.
Fabulous. Right, next, that is Shop Magic, $14.99. Next is Shop Rice. This is your 20 sheets of rice papers, printable. You went through a lot of different rice papers, didn't you, to find these?
Oh, absolutely. We went through ones that were almost a little bit in appearance like a little bit like sumi paper.
Yes.
And there's tons out there. It's really, really quite deceiving out there in the world of the internet rice paper, because you order it, it comes and it's completely opposite. You get some swams where they almost feel like a linen, where they don't actually print at all. They're just designed to, of course, for pulp. Now, this is an ultra refined rice paper, and what we mean by that is it's super smooth, okay? You get lumps and what they call slumps inside a lot of rice paper, where it creates little speed bumps, okay, which means that if you were to water tear this with a water brush, you get a wonderful streamlined finish, but if the lumps and bumps are in here, it diverts it, and you get a really irregular tear, which isn't necessarily the direction you want to create it in. It prints beautifully. Because it's so smooth and gentle, you get a really even, crisp print. Those speed bumps usually affect the heads on your printer, meaning you get extra saturation in different areas. This is the most superior rice paper I have ever crafted with. It's so soft, it's incredibly strong as well.
It is, it's
Don't be
amazing.
fooled by its delicacy. Of course, it will really be durable on glassware, all of your heavy use surfaces.
Fantastic. Shop rice, $12.99. And now then, Mr. Waite, Charming Chinoiserie.
Charming chinoiserie.
Charming Chinoiserie USB. What's this one over? Because this is one that you work with, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually love the, when we put this USB together, there's a lot of history behind it as well, because we love the design concept. And chinoiserie was an art movement and a particular design I really loved studying and working with as well. It was when a lot of the time where we would almost capture our own imitation of what we thought these different prints were like around the world, from Eastern designs and of course French designs as well. And it was an interpretation that we then created, which was your chinoiserie. So almost in a way a stylized finish of quite a deceptive image. Now this here for you comprise of I think over 60 designs inside here, from surface pattern, repeat pattern, designs. You've got fabric prints in here. It is the most elegant, opulent rice paper collection on a USB we have done, and there's not many left.
No, there isn't. And it's $9.99 with a £20 saving.
$9.99. Oh my goodness. Right, this launched, I think it was not last year, the year before. It sold out the first time we brought it in. This is the last remaining units of our extended stock.
When it's gone, it's gone. Right, next, matte decoupage. So if you're going to use rice papers, this is the glue, right?
Absolutely it is. And we have had a question in from Wendy as well about glues to use on fabric. If you want to go into fabric, make sure to use your Magic Bond Seal Kit with your fabric glue in it. This here for you is a 90mm variety of your matte glue with inside here. So if you're really only ever going to work on MDF or of course your cardstocks and construction boards, this is a great one to go for. Of course, it is a bigger bottle as well. It dries completely clear. It's matte, so you won't see it. It's very forgiving. If you're a first-time crafter with decoupage mediums, you'll get a great result because, of course, anywhere that you may have gone over the edge, you won't see it when it's dry.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so shop glue, that will get you the 90mm pot for $5.99.
Oh, that's a good
Right,
price.
shall we have a look at these rice papers?
I think we should.
Because I still feel like I need to do some cutting on the scan and cut and show you how to do the MDF, and then you're going to do something with these, aren't you? Stephanie said to me, how many? What choose these? I was like, are you kidding me?
Choose?
How am I going to choose? We want all of them, please. So brand new.
The designs.
I know, aren't they lovely? Shop Fancies is going to get you 12 brand new rice paper designs for $24.99. Pre-printed. These are lovely. On those bits and bobs boxes, they would look amazing.
These are incredible. Now, I love as well inside here, you have almost wallpaper print that on your
That's
MDF
stunning.
boxes.
That I know why you like that one.
Go on.
Because it's very William
It's
Morris.
very William Morris
indeed.
I was instantly gravitating towards these two. Different in
lovely.
design but complementary in colours. Again, you've got the cream-based background. It is very, very Morris-esque. This is a wonderful, wonderful image to work with. That on glassware would just look exquisite. It's a design with so much detail, but the palette is so soft and muted. But things like this, I mean, look at that. This is almost like your Renaissance papers that you've got inside here. The wonderful palette, almost with realism in imagery. 12 designs for you today. 12 brand new, never seen before designs in here. Let's have a little scan over some of these. Look at all of these flowers
I love
inside
that.
here.
I think that's my favourite.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I do. I think it's lovely, and I'm going to do something with it to go in the hallway because we're quite a neutral hallway, and I think that will be absolutely beautiful. That, I mean, even if you did it just on the fronts of the drawers on one of your cabinets and painted the rest black just with that pop would look lovely. I like that one too.
It almost looks like they're made out of clay.
It does, yeah. They're super, aren't they?
Look at that. A really nice, you know what as well? This is perfect for this time of year. Look at all of your dahlias inside there. Isn't
beautiful.
that exquisite? I've planted some dahlias.
Did you?
Yeah, I've planted some tubers. I'm hoping they come up soon.
Nice.
And then look at these roses inside here. They're exquisite. Repeat design for you. And again, I love the sense of depth with these. I almost feel like I could grab into these images.
That's really pretty.
That is so
beautiful
soft. So
is
sharp.
that? That on a glass plate would look absolutely amazing. All 12 of them, shop fancies, $24.99. Isn't that beautiful? And they come printed. So this isn't a download that you print your own. These actually come printed. One other thing that comes printed, and I think we have to do these with the products that we've just had on today, are these that Stephanie bought you last week or week before. I can't remember. I have no idea. These are absolutely going in. Well, I've got the MCS version, so I can print my own, as well as the ones that are already printed, because this is shop shabby. It's $19.99 for everything that Dave is about to show you. She did it with a £10 discount for you. So go on, pass me that one, and I'll put it the right way around, and then you can show these.
Look at this. Oh my word. Now, inside here, you are getting 9 of your A4s, okay? Straight away, 9 of your A4 designs, some of the biggest, brightest blooms that we have done on your shabby chic rice paper background. Look how enriched they are with texture. You've got script, you've got overlaid elements. Maybe you purchased these when they were very first launched, you've used a couple of them already, and you want to get them whilst we still have them in stock. We then have your A4s for your postcards.
Aren't they lovely? There's that little, just pass me that bits and bobs box, darling, please. I don't know whether that'll be quite big enough. If not, you can cut one out at home.
Oh, it is?
Just.
You could go around the edge with your wax.
Just, yeah. You might overlap one, but you can print them out if you get it as Micro Studio as well. And if you want that artwork, it's shop MCS $9.99. But how lovely is this? It would be nice should we put the papers on first before we build it. Yes, I would. And remember that they're only going on the outside. So, in the back of the wardrobe, you'll paint it, or if you just, let me get it, let me grab it.
This one?
Yeah, let me just grab this. I'll just take this bit, thank you. So, I would do the pieces first and then build it, but when you've got a shelf like this inside, because we didn't do the files for the inside because there's slots.
Of course.
All right, and then it's going to be, well, the slot isn't quite in the right place, etc., etc. So we thought to save any hassle, we would just do them for the outsides. Of course, you can then design your own. So if you get a metal ruler, and see if you can find one of these, because this is the best ruler I've ever had. And it is just, it starts at 1. Look there. So you don't have a 0 and then a gap. It literally starts at the number
Proper
that you
woodwork
want.
ruler.
Yeah, it is. And that would be, so you'd then cut yourself a piece that was 100 and, can't hold the doors open and do this at the same time, thank you, 134 mil from there to there, and I'm measuring to the top of the shelf, and then you do the same that width, because what we've made sure is that when we've done the outside bits, it doesn't go over the slots. So you can either build it first, I will build it together without glue, just so that you can see where it goes, and then cover it. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you which way you do it, but you're not covering over the slots. That's the thing. And even the little peg bits here that go in the doors, in fact, I'll show you how to do the doors right now. It doesn't go over those either, because the slots, you don't want any paint near them or any paint around them, which is why I would say the cut and use foam is perfect for it, because you're not going to get that. If you just spray paint it or something like that, you can get some paint into the slots, and then the actual wood won't fit together. So if I show you how to do the wardrobe doors, I think that's going to be a good one, because I want you to see how well these files work. I better put them right at the bottom. There you go.
We've got some questions coming through as
Lovely.
well. Good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you for staying with us today through our shows.
Thank you.
Alison Horn, good morning, Alison.
Morning, Alison.
It says, are the diamond paints permanent and washable on fabric? Now, they are display, or should I say decorative on fabric. You can gentle hand wash them on your fabrics, but rest assured we are bringing the fabric version very soon. Okay.
Oh,
Little sneak peek, I'm sorry. But these diamond ones are designed for your, of course, your slick surfaces, so like your glassware, your wooden items, your paper, your cardstock, your crafting, your MDF, all that sort of stuff. Your fabric ones are superior for gripping onto your fibres and withstanding high temperatures and very flexible, okay? So there's two different paints, stylized for very different finishes. Of course, if you want to know more about paints and everything, being part of the club, we get all of that information through to you.
right.
Okay.
So what we're talking about Cadence Club now.
Yeah.
All right, not the club highlight.
Right,
So
yeah.
Stephanie, myself and David have all launched individual clubs recently. And while I'm just popping these pieces out, and you can see that they come out really easily. So you literally, there's a little pip there, just push them through. So literally just push that out, okay? Which is just fabulous, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And then just take a sanding block and literally just sand away those little pips. So a sanding block. Now, you'd think that that would be really easy to cut with MDF, but what you'd have, cover with paper rather, but what you'd have to do is glue it down, get a craft knife and get in there and then
Yes,
sand it back.
you would.
Having the SVG files makes it super, super easy to do. So going back to the clubs just while I'm doing these doors.
Yes.
The Cadence Club, David, you get 3 months for $29.99.
You do, absolutely.
It's one class a month that's going to be recorded for you. You will also get a Facebook group that you'll be invited to, which is closed. So it'll be a kind, creative, inspirational place to be. So you'll be able to come into there. You'll also get an email address. So any questions that you want to ask, you can email directly and that will go through to David. So your expert will be telling you the answers to those questions, which is just fabulous. £10 a month to get all of that knowledge, because we know there's lots of you got rooms full of Cadence now, boxes and boxes
Yep.
and boxes, and then what you need to know is how to get the best out of it. So if you want the Cadence Club, it's Shop Cadence. If you want the Scan and Cut Club, it's Shop Club. And if you want the painting one with Stephanie, the painting pages, the painting perfection, it's Shop Paint. £10 a month for a class with an expert that's been working with these products for years is invaluable.
It really is.
Absolutely
Yeah.
invaluable. Right, so let me show you this. So,
Lovely. And keep your comments coming through as well. Any questions you want to ask whilst we're constructing, demonstrating, and here on the show, please get them in.
yes, please. So, these papers,
Oh, yes.
I got the MCS.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I've printed it onto our 140
Lovely.
pure
That looks
print.
beautiful.
Isn't it lovely
printed.
on a paper? It's really pretty on a paper, isn't it? And it does look, it looks different. And this was on a laser, but I actually prefer them on an inkjet, because I'm not bothered about that sheen, especially with this kind of design. I want it to be flat, but it's entirely
Yes.
up to you, whatever you print on.
If you do want to go for that, if you want to go for the downloadable printable one, it is Shop Artwork. I have seen in the comments as well, Adrian, you have put Shop MCS. If you change that to Shop Artwork, it'll pop that into your basket for you.
Perfect.
And that is going to give you all of the design, of course, in a PDF form, which you can print as you go.
Right, so I'm going to position this on my mat. Now, I have retyped this, but very gently this morning. So I'm just going to literally rub over it with my hands rather than burnishing it down, because it is
Sticky.
quite sticky. I love doing that. It just makes me smile. I like that. I know,
love
I'm a
that
child,
noise.
aren't I? Right, so I put the files onto a USB just because that's what I do. You don't have to. You can send them into Canvas and send them to your machine. So we're going to retrieve the information from the USB, and we're going to go down to wardrobe, okay? So we've got the drawer housing, the drawers, the wardrobe decorative header, and the wardrobe plinths. So the plinths are the pieces that go in between each of them. The drawer housings is the piece that the drawer slots into. The drawers are the drawers, and then we've got the wardrobe. And I'll just show it you with the doors, because this is really cool. So these are your files, all right? So we're going to press OK. But now what we're going to do, and they're individually separate, okay? So the best thing about having a scanner in a scan and cut in a machine is that you can scan this in and you can position that where you want it. You're not guessing. You can be absolutely bang on accurate. So if I load the mat again, and we're going to scan this in now. So you always have to bring the shapes on first before you scan. You can't scan and then bring the shapes on. So we're going to scan from here. We're going to scan and we're going to press start. So we're going to scan this through. I had that. Do you want to tell everybody while I'm doing this?
Okay, we may have potentially have some of the MDF kits jump out of a few people's baskets, okay? That might have been an accident, but take the opportunity. There's only one or two of them,
Give
so
it a
if
go,
you want to
Andrew
get hold
says.
of them, if you were disappointed because you'd missed out, Shop MDF is going to get you, of course, the desk tidy, the wardrobe, the bits and bob box, and 3 bottles of your 500ml wood glue, and you're also going to get the SVG files to cut all of your imagery to create templates, and of course those perfect decoupage elements to cover and decorate your design, with of course that instructional sheet which indicates what each piece does.
Right, so you've now got your picture, and you can make this background lighter. So let's do that first of all so that you can see where we're going. And what I'm going to do is zoom in. So I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to zoom right in to 400%, okay? And I'm going to get this right up to the top of that paper because it just fits on an A4, so right up to the top. Don't worry if you get a little bit of the white when you cut it out, because you can always go around with the finger wax.
Nice, yes,
Yeah?
absolutely.
You can always do that. That's what I did on mine. So I'm going to drag this up here, and I'm going to get them lined up perfectly next to each other. So almost overlapping, but not quite. I'm going to leave a little bit more distance in between because it will weaken that paper when it's cut this one. I don't want this one to then start screwing it up. So if we press OK, I'm going to make the background darker again now so that you can see the picture of what we're going to get. Look how lovely that's going to look. So that pattern on the front of those doors is going to glide right the way through. You can then take the pieces from the inside, pop them onto another piece of card and put them behind the doors if you want to. You need to make it slightly bigger.
Right.
Or you could use a thin acetate if you wanted to and put it on an acetate. So all we're going to do now is keep going until we get to please select and cut. Now remember I put my cut amount previously on 0.3 mil when we were cutting the Mylar. So I'm going to take that back down to auto. I'm going to press OK, and then we're going to press start. And in less than a minute, you will have those wardrobe doors cut out, which is amazing.
Fabulous.
The best thing I can tell you, the best tip I can give you with MDF is the less glue, the better, because you don't want it to swell. You literally don't do that, and don't put any glue onto the, well, I don't, do I put glue on? I put the tiniest amount of glue onto the little pieces that slot in, but the tiniest amount just to hold it in place. So I'll show you that now as we do this.
Wonderful.
I love this machine.
Do you know
I mean,
this
how
wood
amazing
glue
is that?
As well, with a wood glue like this, what I bet you can do is you can paint it on as a sealer too.
Yes.
Because it's a PVA-based glue for wood, so you could actually paint your MDF projects with it. Because like when we were doing plastering at home,
use that.
Absolutely, use it because you're going to get it in your bundle. And you can get it individually as well. If you're, of course, shopping and you want to get some extra glue, it's Shop Wood. It's $6.99 for that, okay?
That's amazing. Look at that. Just perfect, right?
Ooh,
Isn't that just perfect? Right, so let's take one of these wardrobe doors, and I'll do one because I want David to show you how to do it with rice paper as well. So you've got all your ideas. Now, all this is going to do is go on to here like this. So this is going to be the door. So lay it out. This is going to be the one that's on the left, and this is going to be the one that's on the right. But look how perfectly it fits.
Oh, that's so
it's so satisfying, I tell you.
That's
and
just
it's quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's really quick. You don't have to use papers that we've given you. Get your graphic 45s out there and your Stamperias and all those amazing papers. Make it match. You could even use wallpaper if you wanted to, and it could match your decor. So a little bit of glue on there, and I am literally just using this spatula. This is the Pinflair bookbinding glue, which I like to use with my papers because it doesn't warp them, and it just, you want it almost clear. Very, very little glue. Sometimes it's easier just to do it with your fingers, isn't it, really? Like that, and just get that glue on there. Let's get a little bit more, and you can see the tiny amount that I'm bringing out that's going to do the rest of this. If it's really thick white, A, it's going to make your paper buckle, and B, you're just wasting glue, quite frankly, because there's no point putting too much glue on. Try not to get the glue on these little notches that are going to go inside the doors, but literally spread it out. You can use a brush if you don't like using your fingers, it's up to you. But we're just crafters here, aren't we? And we just get fingers in and get stuck in, really.
Of course we do, absolutely.
Like that. So anywhere where you've got too much or not enough, just go back and fill that in. I'm just going to scrape that off because Christine will be telling me you've got too much glue on there.
You don't need all that.
You don't need all that, you're wasting your glue. Right, and then there, we're going to just position this on here. We're going to lay this down like this. We're going to do this, and we're just going to lay that down, and we're just going to position that, and then I'll tell you what I use to flatten it down, the back of the cut and use foam. Of course I do.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Oh, yeah, it gets all the bubbles out, David.
Not
really
seen that
good on your
before.
vinyl as well. Using the back of
Wow.
that. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous?
That is a great tip.
And that, look, perfect fit, isn't it? Oh, a little bit there, but there, I've got a little bit there. So all I would do with that is just tuck it round and get your sanding block, get the edge of your sanding block. It's because you're cutting paper versus MDF, so paper doesn't take as much force. So occasionally, and it is occasionally, a little bit might just need sanding back. I get a nail file, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just get a nail file
Nail
for
file's
this.
a good shout.
And then there, you've got your door. And then if you put this onto a piece of acetate, so the acetate was the width of this, then all you're going to do is pop that behind it, and then you do your other door, and you've got your doors with the paper
That is
behind
beautiful.
it. Isn't it fab?
That is absolutely stunning. I
and
love
you just
that to
do
bits.
all of it like that. It's so easy. I can't tell you. Honestly, it's brilliant. And it only goes together one way. It's like a jigsaw, so you can't get it wrong. Download that PDF, because that will show you when you take that MDF out, it's in sheets like this, because that was the easiest way for us to pack it. And it's not labelled as to what's what. So rather than having got to keep going through all of the files to find the right one, which is what I did, we made a PDF for you that showed you what each sheet is. Wendy is asking, do you have to have Micro Studio? Absolutely not.
No.
Use whatever papers you want to. It really doesn't matter. Paint it. If you don't want to put papers on it, just paint it. Wendy, this is about you decorating your home in your style, in your way, and owning it. And I love that. I love that we have the versatility
That's
to be able
it.
to do
And
that.
not everyone wants to go in with a graphics program. You can literally
No.
just download it and print it straight away. So you don't need to
did it for
manipulate
years.
it. You don't need to play with it or
No.
change the content.
No.
You download it, send it to your printer, and you get crafting. As well, Diane has said, I'm going to do what Mel is doing in the wardrobes as I'm decorating my real wardrobes at home with these papers as well. I'm really excited.
I'm going to do that.
You have to share pictures with us when it's done.
I'm going to do that.
Cannot wait to see.
We've got old-fashioned teak, and it's been in since my mum and dad moved in 1970, and it needs revamping, that bedroom.
Okay.
And Mick will tell me off because it's solid wood. But
that'd
it's
be
built
great.
in. But I want to get moulds for the corners and then paint it all and make it look really cream shabby chic.
Right, you need to do that, Mel. You think you're going to do it this week?
Don't get a skip this
Getting
week.
skip this week.
Right, let's go through these rice papers, and then can you really quickly just show someone how to
Oh, go
apply
on
it?
then.
Is
Might
that all
do.
right?
Might do. Yeah,
Thanks.
go on. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these rice papers. These are brand new for our Saturday show here for you today. Okay. This here is for you shop fancies. 10% of these is already in allocation, okay? It's £24.99. You're saving $34.99. You're getting 12 brand new floral designs on here, all in their muted palettes, okay? So they're going to mix together beautifully. You've also got accents of a soft tarnished gold in there as well, even on the tips of the petals within these florals.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I love as well that with these you can just take one and use them as an accent. This here could be those wardrobe doors if you wanted it to be. A set of coasters for me, I'm instantly thinking, is glorious.
You're going to do that, aren't you?
I am going to do that.
I know,
I'm
because
going to
William
varnish
Morris.
them.
I know you are.
And
And a
William
glass
Morris stuck to
plate.
my eyeballs.
You are.
Honestly, these are stunning. And again, we really picked out one of these and focused
That's
on it for
lovely.
its
This is my
true
favourite.
beauty. I mean, it's crisp,
I love
but
that.
this almost sort of green eau de Nil colour that's in the
Yeah,
background
it's lovely.
is incredible.
I
Now,
love
all
that's my
12,
favourite.
you love that one.
I
don't
do.
you?
I think it's so soft and pretty and feminine. I think it's really gentle.
Yeah.
And I like that. And it would go in with any decor. If you've got neutral anywhere in your home, that would work. Our wallpaper's a very light version of that. And it's got a
Okay.
texture to it in the hallway. So that would look lovely. And I love that purple colour. I think it's really elegant. Right, shall we switch and you show how
Should we
to
do
do
a
the
little switcheroony?
decoupage?
Okay.
And
I'll
then
shimmy on through.
we'll be at the end of the show.
What?
End of the show.
End of the
now
show?
Then, if you want the diamond metallics that David was doing earlier on today, where he did that bag and he spritzed it, these are your paints. We've got the whole collection bar one back in, because bless them, I think Cadence have been very, very busy, and they and they sent the wrong box. They sent two of the same colour instead of the orange, but you're getting the beautiful colours of this. This paint is like nothing else you will ever have seen. It is absolutely magnificent. This looks like a paint that's had glitter poured over the top. Absolutely not. This is the paint. When you see it in a spritz bottle with water, it looks like the heaviest sky full of stars. If you imagine the sky just full of stars everywhere, that's what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. So apply it with a brush first and then use your foam to pounce it.
Foam to pounce it, absolutely.
And it brings all that glitter and mica to the surface. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is the back in stock. It's dwindling massively, and we've got it on a great deal for you. It's shop diamond, and Andrew, it is $44.99. Even better, just over £4 a bottle. That's before your club discount, plus your loyalty points, and you'll get free postage as a club member. That, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Get yourself some little spritz bottles and make them into spritzers. I can't tell you how good that is. And it's super fine. That's the bit for me. It doesn't go in those blobs, which I like. Shake and gilt, sometimes you get bigger areas and smaller areas. This is the finest spray you can ever imagine. It's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
Right, David, we've got
Okay.
about, how long, Andrew?
Not long.
Not long. 9 minutes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the top of the MDF. We're just going to do the top section of this, but in fact we could go all the way around. So I'm going to remove the drawer just to make it a little bit easier for ourselves. We're going to focus on the drawer later on, but we could do the entire outer edge of this entire unit all in one go. Now I'm going to go on with my cut and new sponge with my paint just to lighten the colour, okay, using your gessos and your acrylics, of course, to bring out a lighter pigment beneath the papers. It's going to dry really quickly on MDF as well, but only a thin coat is required. You don't need to layer up loads of paint with this.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to go across onto the sides, just here as well.
That gesso is amazing.
Oh, it's fabulous, absolutely incredible. Now I'm going to go just onto this edge, and I can already touch here, okay?
Yeah.
It's drying that quickly. So smooth around there. I'm just going to do the back and the side for this one. I'd love to know as well, what are you going to be crafting with today? What are you up to this weekend? Are you going to be crafting with, maybe you've got some of your MDF kits already and it sparked your imagination. You've gone for the download. You're going to start cutting.
Oh,
Love to
Maxine.
hear from you.
Do you know what Maxine's done?
Go on, Maxine.
She's bought the diamond paints with the points. How exciting is that? Oh, Maxine, that makes it even better, right? I knew you were going to go for that one, little monkey.
Oh, Maxine, that sounds fabulous.
That's fabulous. I love that, Maxine. That's great. See, loyalty points, club discount, all
It's
of
all
the
going
above.
on.
I tell you, we're good here.
Absolutely.
We're good.
Now, I'm going to go in with my decoupage plus this. It's already dry.
Amazing.
It's dry already. We don't need to wait. Now, what you can do, of course, is go with your adhesive onto the back of your rice papers, but I like to be a little bit frugal sometimes with my papers and save as much as I can. Now, if I was to put adhesive all over the back of here and layer it on, I'm most definitely going to apply more glue than I need on the surface area. So I'm going to have some bits glued that I'm going to sand off and not need, and then I don't want to waste them. I'd like to still be able to use them in another project. So what I'm going to do is add my glue to the MDF. Now,
do you know what? I would try, if you're a scan and cut user.
Oh, it's just cut.
It does cut.
Yeah.
I would try it with your vinyl blade.
Oh.
Or your fabric blade if you've got one of those, because it's a finer tip.
Definitely your low tack mat.
Low tack mat, absolutely. And try and use one that's pretty new, because you don't want lumps and bumps. You want it flat.
No, you don't want bumps and lumps.
But absolutely, I think you can be able to cut that on your scan and cut. But I would use that finer blade. So if you've had a CM machine or you've got one, use the regular blade. If you've got an SDX, either the vinyl blade or the thin fabric one. So if you've got a 1200, the fabric one came with that. I'd try that. But have a go.
Have a go.
I'd say I would on Monday, but I'm not here.
So I'm going on with my adhesive. I'm going to spread it starting from the centre outwards, okay? Nice even layer. And because we've put that gesso on first, it's also given us a nice seal, meaning we have less seepage going into our MDF. So we've got a little bit of a barrier there going on.
Nice.
As we mentioned, no lumps and bumps. Just make sure to smooth it down afterwards, preferably in the same direction with your final coat. And then what I'm going to do is go onto the back of our project just here, and again smooth that down. just like so. Now the brush that I have out at the moment, leave this with the adhesive still in it, rest it on your pot, and we're going to go back to our design now, and I'm going to line it up just over the edge of our project, okay, and smooth it down with your hands, okay. You don't need to use any other tool at the moment. Then rotate it round, of course, just like that. And what I'm going to do is just about 1/2 centimetre away from the project, just snip away with this, all right. And then what we're going to do is very delicately just go up to the edge, again, with that there. So now I have this rice paper left over. If I'd have put loads of glue onto all these bits as well, this would already be glued, okay, so it won't take on adhesive as well as it did in the first instance, which means we've now got this to use for our other projects.
If you got 2 sets, you could use your petal porcelain and make them decoupage the flowers.
That would look really cool. You'd have to try that. Now, what we're going to do with, of course, our leftover glue in our brush is just go over the top of this, okay?
I've lost him
Smooth
again.
that down. Oh, we lost Andrew.
Yeah, we've lost him
Do you want me
again.
to ring him?
Yes, please. I've beeped his. I've pushed this in my ear. I have this thing that really itchy inside your ears. Apparently, it's a menopause thing.
Does everyone want to hear Andrew? Oh, is
Sorry,
it?
Andrew. We lost you for a minute there, love. He's popping out
There.
of my ear.
Oh, sorry. Overshare there, Mel. Right, okay, so I've not dried off my project.
I knew it would descend into chaos.
Honestly.
Ah, David, wait, you're a bad influence.
I've
The
never
problem
heard
is,
that
you
before.
say something like that, and then I want to carry on.
I know.
And I can't. Unless we get 1,000 signatures
Yeah.
on Andrew's after the watershed show.
You've got to
We've got to
go
get
on
to
there.
1,000 people. So go on to Highlight Your Creativity Facebook page, and you'll see the post. Click on it so we get all these signatures. And then Andrew is going to demonstrate the scan and core after 9 o'clock, after the watershed. So get on there. Once we get to 1,000 votes, he's doing it, and he's also agreed to dress up. He told me.
That outfit doesn't involve much clothes.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be hilarious, Andrew.
It's
Absolutely
gonna be amazing.
hilarious.
Right, now what I'm doing is I'm going over with the brush that still has a fair amount of adhesive in here, and I'm just going over all of the edges. Because we've just sanded, of course, all of those edges away, we want to just lock in the fibres, and look how crisp and smooth that line is over there.
That's amazing.
Look how exquisite.
Oh, David, that's got to go home with you now.
It's beautiful.
You've got to take
I
that
love
home.
it. Do you know what I love it for? Andrew's just said something on my bookshelf.
Yes, looks
That
like
going
a
in
book.
there, secret compartment in there. Oh, I was thinking more like a bit of a gin or my hip flask in there.
You go for your hip
Just
flask,
reading a
Andy.
book, Luke. See you later. I think you'd be more shocked about reading the book than drinking the gin.
How fabulous. So, quick question from Fran. What's the best way to put rice papers onto fabric?
Oh, right, okay. So in the application I've just done there, what you want to do with your fabric is paint onto the back of your rice paper. So you definitely want to put it onto your rice paper with your fabric glue. Pop it onto your rice paper. It'll almost change the characteristics of it. It'll feel like a piece of vinyl when you've peeled it off the sheet, okay? Lay it onto the fabric, smooth it down again with your hand, or of course a clean piece of cut and use foam. Blot it with the foam as well to push it into the fibres. Give it a quick draft, or a quick dry, should I say, with a hairdryer for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then go back over the top with another coat of fabric decoupage glue to seal it in, okay? Then once it's fully dry, flip it over, iron it with no steam, it can go through the washing machine.
Okay, just one more thing. Terry Kim she's received a pyrography tool and graphite paper. She's hoping to try it through a stencil on a wooden tray. You need to draw through the stencil.
Oh,
don't
most
you?
definitely draw through the stencil.
Don't put your pyrography tool near your stencil, it'll melt it.
Yeah, it will. You definitely want to draw it.
Mitch says, mayhem and chaos as per, lol, but so worth it. Absolutely. Right. Are we going to spin this wheel?
Should we get the wheel and spin it?
And then I was going home.
Going home.
And
I'm
I'll see you
washing my
all.
back doors today.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you all a week on Monday. So, yeah, I'll miss you all, though. You'll find me in the comments every now and again. Right,
gonna go do
who?
your
Sorry,
spin.
Andrew. Charlene Brown.
Where's it going to be? Look into the wheel, not around the wheel, into the wheel.
Number 6. 500 points. Yes.
500 points. What a
Excellent.
way to end our shows.
What a fabulous Saturday morning we've had. Thank you, everybody, for your company. It's been a pleasure, as ever. Thank you, David, for your demos.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, Sam, for standing up for 3 hours solid. And thanks to him, Emir, for keeping us on our toes-ish. And don't forget, let's get into that 1,000 signatures, and then I can do a show where he demonstrates the scan and cut and I present. And it's after 9 o'clock, so I can tell all our jokes.
I like produce.
Yeah, I think you should produce. It'll be great. Right, thank you very much. I'll see you a week on Monday. You're back Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Have a wonderful weekend. You take care. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.